today, what I wanted to talk about, and I thought would be great, is just kind of going back to um, the basics of starting when you might feel like at some point, and I think we all do at some point, of maybe I need to look at some healthy eating options and alternatives and lifestyle. And so, but when you start that, I know for me, it was just really, and it still is, it's just very confusing, and it's very conflicting. You can look at YouTube University, and there are so many videos out there, and I've seen experts say this plan, whether it be keto or paleo or different ones, this, I'm the expert, and this is definitely the way to go, and this is why, and it all makes logical sense. But there's also other experts who kind of, those informations conflict, and it's just very confusing. It doesn't always work for everybody. Like what does work for one person may not work for another, so you kind of have to really explore and dig in. But one of the things that I think is a good place to start, I thought about, outlined a few points that is a good place to start. And one of the things that the first thing you might want to do is look at your health goals. Are you aiming to lose weight, or gain muscle, or boost energy, or all of the above, or any of the above? And that's a good place to start. At least know first, okay, well, what am I concerned about, or what are my goals in this? If I'm choosing to try to have a different or healthier lifestyle. And then I know for me, it was just a matter of, better energy and the health, kind of losing weight too, but definitely just improving my health overall. And so if you have explored that, what are your reasons? I'd love to hear other people where they're at and why. And the second thing maybe to look at is food preferences. That's what I ran into, because do you love veggies, or are you more of a meat eater, or just want a well-rounded everything? And I did keto for 2 years, and it worked well, and I lost, weight while I was on it, for up to a point, and then all of a sudden I hit a plateau. And then when I got the flu a couple of years ago, and I was in bed and not feeling like all that planning, cooking, and doing whatever, I just needed soup, which, chicken noodle soup, which isn't even keto. Um, but so that's what I did. And then by the time I got off that, I really thought I want to look at other options, because I love, I don't want to necessarily eat pasta, but I don't feel like that for me is healthy. But I do want a more rounded, more fruits and whatever. I kind of want to eat everything. I started thinking, if God made it, it's probably meant for us to eat it within reason. So that's where I've like time to do some research and exploring again. And when I was on keto, like I did make, like, if I wanted pumpkin pie, I made it with, almond flour for the crust and monk fruit for the sweetener. So I did pretty good that way. But as I increased and did all those creative things, I just kind of plateaued too in a lot of ways. So the other thing to think about is allergy intolerances, because let's say if you had nut allergies, Obviously, keto probably wouldn't be good because you really depend a lot on nuts, almonds especially. I couldn't imagine doing that without it, without nuts. So, but other people may have other food allergies, and so um, I would never try to. I am not a doctor or medical person, so I think it's always best to do what's best for you. Make sure it's medically sound for you. Make sure it's medically, approved with your doctor if you do have any health conditions. So I just want to put that disclaimer out. But then the next thing you might want to think about is your lifestyle. I know with a lot of plans, like I said, with keto, even, it seemed like I did have to, for the most part, I would have did better if I was stayed with. Just you have to really plan, and it can be kind of expensive. You have to plan and spend more time preparing and planning and um, thinking ahead and buying like almond flour, monk fruit. All those things probably are more costly, but they are healthier, and I would still like that sort of thing for me, but just add other stuff that probably isn't so much keto too, like more fruits and things. So with the lifestyle, um, if you may not have time to do all that, or maybe you don't even prefer to have to spend a lot of time planning cooking. You have other things like families or school or work or hobbies that you prefer to spend your time instead of that much. So that's just something to, when you're doing your research and trying to find your journey of what's healthy and best for you, you have to, think about all those things. Just a good place to start, again, what are your health goals? And food preferences, allergies, if any, and lifestyle, choice that you want to live. And it's really hard too. When I was researching, I learned a lot that I didn't realize when I was growing up anyway about food options. Like in the in Europe, for example, I watch a lot of information about them and how they eat. And they come over, I watch a lot of reaction videos, and a lot of the European friends come over and they visit and they have a great time, like, oh, this wonderful food, and we don't get over there. And I'm thinking, oh, but you're healthy. They don't get, their food dyes are banned, and corn syrup is banned there. And I'm like, yeah, it should be. And that's something probably that I'm all for freedom of choice of everything, but if something is created that is not healthy in the way it's processed, and so many processed foods are so unhealthy, then that's different. And that's something that after the keto thing, I thought, I want to include more and maybe just try as much as I can to not eat processed foods, and not have bleached flours, and eat more sourdough maybe, but not have just go more natural as much as possible, and not have the processed foods and things. And last week when I did my video, I did mention that drink Ka'Chava. And I honestly have no skin in the game other than I enjoy it. I do feel like it has helped me with energy and different things. It has like 70 micronutrients in it, and to get all that in a meal would be like, oh my gosh, nobody could do it. But it's powder mix that you put in a cup with just water and ice and blend it, and it's delicious, and you get so many nutrients. But I don't know if you probably are familiar with cachava, but I thought this week I'd show it just in case. So this is what it is. And like I said, it has no, I think it has equivalent like a monk fruit sweetener in it, but no sugar other than that. And monk fruit is a natural plant sweetener, so it's nothing bad. And then it has a lot of other veggies and protein and all that stuff. So it's just a good drink. Something to look into is that could be one meal that could really help with all those micronutrients and healthy vitamins and things. So that is one thing. And then maybe just the way things are prepared can make a big difference too. And I was going to talk about that more in my next video. I really, I'm hoping to build a community that everybody can share ideas and just have, other people to talk to about things. I was proud of myself. I would say I had a blood test recently, and my pre-diabetic number went down one number. And I don't know if it's because of the cachava or just other things I'm trying to do. I don't know. But so I was really happy about that. Very happy. But for now, thank you again for watching this video today. And please share, like, and subscribe. And I look forward. I'm hoping today's Friday, and I do work so full time, so it's hard, but I was hoping maybe Sunday. We'll see how it goes. But maybe Sunday, because I do work tomorrow too. But anyway, you guys have a great weekend coming up. And again, thank you for watching.